I'm going to go have a great weekend with my grandsons, Carson and Dylan, or so I thought. My son and his wife, they are going out for the weekend. Well, more for the weekend, actually, 2 nights, 2.5 days, on a well deserved getaway to some cabin up by some nearby lakes. So I'm excited for them and more than happy to help out. I've arrived at their house and to get a little tour. My daughter-in-law, she's so organized. She's got a list of stuff that, the snacks they can have, how many of them, list of the chores they're supposed to do regularly. So she's all set with that. My son, not so much. He's done a pretty good job of packing up, I guess, and getting ready for the trip, but he's anxious to get out of there. And, well, he showed me a couple of, necessary things around the house. And then we get to the den. The den is like the center of life. It's got a big TV. A big TV. It's got an Xbox. It's got a PlayStation. It's got one of those Wii things. He plays, tennis up against nobody, and I don't know how that works. It looks pretty funny when he does it, though. And there's wires everywhere. And worse than the wires, there's remote controls. And they all look the same, and I don't know who belongs to what. So I tell him, hey, I need to know what this is. Well, Dad, you just, Dad, you just what? No, I don't just what, Aaron. How about, giving me a hand here and, write it down. Okay, okay. Dad, really do I need to do that? Yeah, you need to write it down. Just write it down. So he comes back about 10 minutes later and he has got a nice little piece of paper that starts with, Dad, we just went over this. No, it's not you just. And he's in a hurry to get out of here. The instructions are not that great. He says, oh, the kids, they kind of know what they're doing, so they'll be able to help you. Okay, off they go. All right. Well, by that night, we've had dinner. They're not particularly fond of my cooking, but, well, tough shit. And at least it was healthy. And, it's 10 o'clock, and honestly, we spent about an hour and a half trying to figure out the TV system. I cannot make it work for my life. Everything is interconnected. I don't know what's what. There's one universal remote that doesn't seem to go to anything. And I'm beginning to wonder if I press a button, is the garage door going to open? Are the lights going to turn on? I mean, everything seems to not be happening downstairs here. And it's pretty frustrating. So, well, we did not make it through the week with any TV at all, or the PlayStation or the Xbox. And there's, a little bit of grumbling going on. And, but they're good about their chores. They're pretty good about the snacks because they know they do not mess with mom. So we've had a good weekend. And without the TV on and the Xbox games, and, I don't know how much they normally do that, but they sure seem to be excited about having a weekend being able to do that. But instead, Grandpa takes him outside and starts to do things old school. We, well, we do a bunch of stuff, and I'll mention it a little bit later. Anyway, they come back, my son and his wife, and within seconds, the youngest one, Ryan, he starts, telling his dad, it wasn't a very good weekend at all. And next thing you know, he says, oh, Grandpa's not that smart. He couldn't figure out the TV at all. I thought you said he was a really smart dad. And, I want to smack the little guy. I mean, come on. We had fun. We did some cool things. Yeah, we went out in the dirt and I taught him to dig up worms and we did some more stuff in the dirt. I got a magnifying glass and we fried a few ants. That's always fun. I remember doing that. Um, Carson even went and, in the bushes, he dug up a few snails. Yeah, and we poured salt on them. I mean, they're bugs. And it's what you do when you're a kid. At least what I do when I was a kid. And we also, which they seem to have an absolute tremendous time at it, we got some trash can lids. Now, when I was a kid, we'd find the big metal aluminum ones because they made a lot of noise and they were kind of fun. And we'd go through the alleys, grab a few, and we would head over to a vacant lot that had, a certain amount of dirt and trenches. And we'd team up, and we would have trash can dirt clod wars. And this was great because we'd be hurtling at each other and we'd have the shield out, bang, it goes in and make a lot of noise. We had a blast doing that. So I'm doing this with the boys. They are having a great time. Me being a good grandpa, I also mentioned to them, when we do this, I want you to go to the laundry, pull out some old dirty clothes, and that's what we're going to wear doing this because I don't want to be in trouble. Well, it seems I'm getting in trouble anyway because Carson then has to quip in, yeah, Grandpa made us wear dirty laundry clothes all weekend. I mean, what do you do with these kids? What do you do with these kids? I just, wanted to kill him. Talk about cranky. And well, so a couple of days later, Aaron decides he needs to call me up, and he's upset with me. I haven't been a good influence on the kids. I should be doing some of the things we do with them. It's dangerous. Blah 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 blah. And oh my God, talk about feeling cranky. I felt cranky talking to about a month because come on, let's have a little fun with the boys. Let's have boys be boys. Let's get them away off these damn video games 24/7. Yeah, there actually was a TV that worked. It's a little one in the kitchen, and we did watch a few shows, and we even got a movie out of it. Now, no, there was no video hooked up to it, but I found a station and it had an old movie on it, and we had a lot of fun watching it, or at least I thought we did. Little fakers. Anyway, it's not a bad thing that kids get out in the dirt, play, and get a little bit dirty. And, hey, the wash wasn't that bad. They were dirty clothes already, and yeah, they're a little dirtier. And it's like, okay, so what? Anyway, so that's my little cranky story about feeling cranky with my grandkids, who I really took me a few months before I went to go babysit him again. And my son for giving me a hard time. I mean, he had fun doing that kind of stuff with me, I think. He told me he did. Anyway, the whole thing leaves me feeling cranky. I don't know what else to do about it. So that's my cranky story for the day. I hope you subscribe. There'll be another one coming out shortly because I am just full of crankiness, and that's why I'm doing this channel. It's never-ending list of things I can be cranky about. Please hit like, and please leave a comment or suggestion about what you thought about this little story we got, your own experiences, or maybe you can tell us a little bit something you were cranky about. Like you were never cranky either. Yeah, right. BS. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a great day, and we'll see you next time.